were told today that you are to be sent out on a mission, what would be your first thought? Do you think that would involve going to a country that is very foreign, or pretending you are way better than you are right now, or simply doing a lot of work that nobody else would like to do? This Sunday we are meditating Mark 6 verses 7 to 13. Calling the 12 to him, he began to send them out 2 by 2 and gave them authority over impure spirits. These were his instructions. Take nothing for the journey except a staff. No bread, no bag, no money in your belts. Wear sandals, but not an extra shirt. Whenever you enter a house, stay there until you leave that town. And if any place will not welcome you or listen to you, leave that place and shake the dust off your feet as a testimony against them. They went out and preached that people should repent. They drove out many demons and anointed many sick people with oil and healed them. If you observe the current trends, you've probably noticed that there are more and more things, activities that you can do on your own without any help or without the company of another person. And although skillfulness and resourcefulness give you a greater sense of autonomy and invite you to take greater responsibility for your own life, the stories we read in the Bible, they put more emphasis on trust in God and trust in every moment of your life as it unfolds, the trust that it will take care of itself, and emphasis on relationships. And this is not an invitation to be carefree or to rely extensively on other people, to be overly dependent on others. But it is an invitation to live boldly, to live with trust, and to build on relationships. God himself is in relationship. He is relationship, a triune God. And Christianity is not another form of self-development. It's not another philosophy where you are responsible for figuring out how to attain salvation, and everything depends on your knowledge, your skills, and whether you are a success or not. We may lose sight of that when we become overly concerned with our own goodness, our own saintliness, when we become self-obsessed and only think of whether we are okay, whether what we said was right, whether our life has a purpose. And obviously these are all important matters, but that's not the most important thing when it comes to Christianity and life in general. It is the quality of our relationship with God, our relationship with ourselves, and our relationships with other people that determines our life, that determines the quality of our life. And being sent by God on a mission doesn't mean that we are to treat other people as objects to be taught, objects to be preached at, as some kind of audience that is there to say that, yes, indeed, we are good Christians and good people, and audience that needs to be convinced that we are right and they are wrong, if they are not Christians, obviously. Being sent on a mission doesn't mean that we are to give them our knowledge, our beliefs, our perspective. As we can read in this gospel, Jesus sends them out not with a book, not with food, not with a religious program, but with another person. So practically, he sends the disciples out with their ability to form relationships. So when we go to other people, the best thing we can give them is our ability to form relationships. Because some of the people you meet, even though it may not show, perhaps they have never experienced the quality of relationships that you have. Perhaps they don't know what it is like to be respected. Perhaps they don't know what it is like when somebody respects your boundaries, when somebody loves you, when somebody shows you affection. And perhaps nobody else than you can show it to them. So I think that this mission that we might be invited to today is first to go with what we have, not with trying to be better than we are, but with our ability to have good, authentic, truthful relationships. Second, to stay where we are until the time has come to leave. That is, to not run away prematurely from difficult situations and relationships, but to endure them, because great treasures can be found where we show the courage to stay when times are difficult. And lastly, if we are rejected, if we are not welcome, the best thing we can do is to shake it off and not take it personally, unless we did something wrong. Sometimes rejection is about misunderstanding, lack of agreement when it comes to what each person needs, and very often we shouldn't take it personally, because sometimes it's more about the other person and not really personally about us. And when we give such authenticity to people, very often what follows is healing, even though it seems so ordinary and so unlike something we could call a mission. So if you'd like to meditate on that, I invite you to do it on this channel this Sunday, 10 p.m. Central European Time. Bye-bye.